Hey man, good to be here. Just finished up our games. Still a little adrenaline up afterwards. I can hear you. It shows it for me. Hmm. So I'm really interested. The two lanes I'm curious to see are top lane and lanes. I want to see top lane and jungle because I think that Callhop and Tardis is going to be a really fun matchup, especially because Callhop has been transitioning to more tankier junglers, and Rob seems to enjoy things like Vi to be a little aggressive with. So I want to see how Caleb's going to deal with that. And top lane is just anytime Crab's in a lane, it's fun to watch. And I think if anybody's going to give him a run for his money right now, it's going to be Eternal. Oh, sorry, let me pull it back up. Um, so I don't know a ton about Chaosix. I definitely am familiar with Greg after he caved my head in with Lucian mid last split. I don't know a ton about. So Greg seems like he can be really aggressive, so I'm curious to see if Chaos can match it. Because, like I said, last split we saw Greg play a lot of things like Lucian, just aggressive, pushing mid laners and roam a lot. So I want to see if he can do that. Try to put the bot lane behind.
Well, I know one thing that put us behind is my OBS settings. For some reason, it completely removed my microphone. I am so sorry about that. I hope everyone in chat's still with us. Uh, please continue your thoughts now that everything's working on my end.
All right, we got everything ironed out.
We good to go, my man.
Um, I don't. I've seen Heretic play bot lane quite a lot. I think Heretic's a very competent bot laner. I've not seen Diet Cuba Libre play a whole lot though, so I don't know a lot about his style. But I know a lot about how Peach plays. Peach makes any ADC look fantastic, so I think that's gonna be a really hard lane for Nine Lives to deal with. So I'm curious if they're gonna try to adjust in lane or if Call Hop is just gonna have to go down bot a lot to try and get them ahead.
I think it's going to take some adjustment. I know that non lives are theoretically playing on the back foot by having a sub in. But that being said, the sub is pistol grab.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say the sub is Crab, so
so I mean,
it's
if
definitely the better foot to be on if you're gonna be on one.
he's definitely the hero sub, the submarine sub. Here locally, we have something called the uh, oh, what's the blimp that crashed?
I have no idea. I don't typically keep up with crashed aircrafts.
Oh well, it's a passion of mine, really. Keeping up
I see.
with grounded aircraft. The Hindenburg. Thank you, Kinos. It popped in my head right as you typed it. We have a local sub called the Hindenburg. It's supposed to feed like 10 people. Uh,
All right,
Pistol Crab
let me get.
is the he is the he's the catering size sub of subs, and we're so thankful that he was able to step up. Six Eternal showed more than enough carry potential in GCF and in the last split. So I think that we could be looking into a very exciting top main matchup.
See, real quick, is my mic any better, Kenos? I played around with it.
I turned you up as well.
Okay.
So what we're looking at now, folks, is
He says I'm still quiet.
we're still waiting for one more team to give me the ready check. I'm not good as stalling as Kinos, but I still can talk a mean Pokemon game. I know Idle, you've been playing a lot of Crustle, and consider yourself a one trick. Is that true?
Yeah, man. If it ain't the crab, it ain't fab. I'm not interested.
Uh, I've had such a good time, and we're moving in. The players did not want to hear any of it, so we're gonna go ahead and transition into this pick man.
You might want to turn me up a little more. Kenos is still saying I'm really quiet.
I cannot have you any louder. I
I've
don't know
I've
how
got
to
my
boost
stuff
that.
maxed out on my end too.
Well, talk loud's what I can say right now, but we're going to focus on this action. We do see the Respect Zyra band coming out towards Princess Peach. We see the Warwick band targeting Alonzi Tardis. Not the only champion he plays that has that similar suppression slash targeted ability. So I wonder if he'll get some more Respect bands. I'm glad to
I
see the Tom Kinch band targeting Pistol Crab. We haven't seen the Kinch unbenched yet, so I'd like to see that a little bit more. Viego also banned. Chaosic showed that he has quite the crown when it comes to the Ruined King. What are your thoughts on these bans so far, Idol?
So I definitely like banning Warwick away from TARDIS. I like the Zyra ban from Peach. I don't entirely understand the Nasus ban, especially considering that Crab tends to be a pretty aggressive laner. I feel like he wouldn't have a problem playing against Nasus, but I'm guessing he just doesn't want to give Eternal the chance to scale. Now I'm curious if that's going to go top or jungle if they pick the Xin Zhao.
Well, I do like the pick. It is very meta right now, strong in professional play across the globe.
I
I also like the Braum ban because that is something you have to really get through some future scouting. So I appreciate the respect being put on that ban from Diet Cuba Libre.
Yeah, I like. I'm not even remotely surprised by the Morgana pick here. Peach is extremely nasty on that character. I've definitely seen him turn around more than one team fight on it.
I do like uh, the Caitlyn pick. Alpha showed a incredible amount of skill in the champion, picking up a pentakill last week with it. Shout out to Divakin representing the Peaches. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. 6 months at tier 1. We are so thankful for you, Diva. Thank you for all you do and being here with us. I want to next shout out to my favorite little purple Yordle, potentially picked up Lulu for the side of non-lives.
The Lulu pick is really interesting here. Almost as interesting as the Corki that I see Chaosix hovering. I kind of don't like the Lulu into the Morgana. I feel like the spell shield's going to kind of undo a lot of what Lulu wants to do.
There's
And I could
potential.
be wrong on that end, but it just doesn't seem like an ideal pick here.
It's not, but I think this creates a huge threat statement for Phoenix to consider. This Tristana flex would work with Lulu, but now if they don't ban out something like the Kog'Maw, something that can late game hyperscale, the Lulu Cog bot lane from Phoenix is absolutely terrifying. Uh,
Yeah,
I think that is a huge proposition that Nine Lives has made right now, saying you can either ban or respectfully you'll be in quite the disadvantage if we happen to pick it.
yeah, so I think they've definitely eliminated the possibility of that. I'm assuming the Tristana is going to the bot lane, but they could flex the Tristana mid here and end up doing Lulu Cog themselves if they wanted. I don't know how comfortable Heretic is on Kog'Maw though.
Uh, Folks, I am not here mentally. I've been driving, and I got here right before the set. I just spent a good 3 minutes explaining to you why Peach playing Lulu would be a fantastic thing to see when I need to be talking about Diet Cuba Libre playing it. I want to apologize, and I appreciate your patience with me. Uh, Sig and
Is
Confusion. Name a more iconic duo. I do like this
he's
Sejuani pick for Alonzi Tardis. Let's see if they follow up with a melee top laner to really complement that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to pick melee here because right now they've got two Reigns and a Sejuani, which doesn't bode well for the Sej passive. But I think Sejuani into this team could be really good because if Lulu decides to give anybody a little bit of Dynamaxing, she can just stun the whole team, kind of let it run out. I like it.
Volibear probably picked up for the top side. That checks the box for something in Sigtar Eternal's pool and the Sejuani. I like this this dynamic in the top lane. Very good dive potential as well with a Sedge and a volley, so that could be a very exciting thing to see play out. Floating the
Uh,
Akali on behalf of non-lives, it would be interesting to see Chaosix play it, but I think that could go a few different places.
I think that could be going top lane to Crab because
I,
Nine Lives hasn't picked a jungle yet, so they could be doing Lulu Triss bot lane, Zen jungle, Akali top.
well, it's all going to be decided with this last pick. We'll see how this plays out. 7 seconds of intense pressure.
All right, Cuba, you gotta make a choice here. All right, now I'm as confused as I've ever been.
I definitely like the Silas pick. I think there are some valid targets with the Caitlyn, with the Volibear, even with the Sedge if you're looking for potential picks. I don't think this team wants to fight front to back. Um,
No, this is a very squishy team comp from Nine Lives. Xin gets a little tanky.
um, so I think this is a calculated decision. I do like the Tristana bot. Chaosix on the Akali. Potentially, nope. Chaosix will be piloting the Silas with Pistol Crab on Akali in the top lane.
Yep.
Looking to
Missing
flex his
Xin in the jungle.
carry muscles. Very interesting. Fun things to see out of this sub. The Pistol Crab playing the Akali into the Volley Bear. This is an opportunity for Phoenix to show that the friendship buff could potentially pay off. I do like the combo top lane. Nico mid. Gregosaurus Rex actually has a large amount of time playing Nico. It is usually a ban priority against him, so I'm very pleased to see him be able to flex that. Their team fight's very strong. They're able to contest objectives fairly well, and I don't think that this team will get caught out as easy as non-lives will require. So my question to you, Idle. We have 3 minutes. During this time, who walks away with the win in this matchup? And as they walk away, can you please explain to me what exactly is the win condition for, if you say non-lives, what is the win condition for non-lives?
So honestly, let me start with like how the team comps play into each other. At least from what I can see here, is Nine Lives is really squishy, but they have really good divers between Xin Akali, Silas, even Tristana with the W. So I think that their win condition, especially in fights, is just going to be getting on the backline, blowing up the backline of Phoenix here, and then trying to take out the tanks. But I definitely think that this game is more favorable for Phoenix here. They have good front line. They have really strong team fight between Sejuani, Nico, and Morgana. And I think Caitlyn's just going to be their win con as the game goes on. They get kills on her, keep her peeled, and they can honestly fight front to back against Nine Lives. So I'm interested to see what Nine Lives is going to do to help with that. I think Xin may have to build tanky here instead of Bruiser, because Lulu ult's just not going to be enough to give them the tankiness they need for these fights.
So who is going to have the weight? It's very clear to see that the engage from the Nico and the Morgana is very strong, as well as from the Sedge. There's a lot of opportunity for this team to engage, and the damage is very clearly coming out from the Caitlyn and the Nico. Who carries the weight of closing out these team fights for non-lives? Excuse me.
So I think it's mostly going to fall to Tristana, because I would assume Akali's going to go into the back line immediately. Xin Zhao's going to dive in, and Silas may start fighting the front line, because he has very good sustain, and he can CC them with his chains. So I would assume Silas is going to fight the front line while those two dive the back, and then it's going to be up to Triss and Lulu to clean up afterwards. Because if Triss can start picking up kills, she gets the W resets, and she can just clean up anyone who gets low and tries to run. So I think that would really be their cleanup method.
Well, in the last few moments of this loading screen, folks, I want to invite you. Please let us know in the chat who you're rooting for. Is it non-lives with the sub in the top lane, or is it going to be Team Phoenix looking to pick up their first win of the split? Let us know in chat. We're very excited for you all to be with us. Make sure you throw those Twitch Prime subs that you have at us. We greatly appreciate them. And this year, this cup, we are working with Feeding America to try and feed families in your communities all over the country. So please click the donate link below. We greatly appreciate your support. And that's it for the spectator delay. We are going to hop into the loading screen.
I am very curious to see if Phoenix is going to invade here because they have a really strong one with Morgana and Volibear.
I hope so. I think it would be the most entertaining thing to see. I really hope that non-lives would see the strength that's available in the invade and just 5-point and walk away safely.
Yeah, because I definitely don't think that they can properly defend against an invade here because Phoenix has a very strong level 1. They have Morgana bind, Nico bind, Sejuani. I would assume she's either going to start with the freeze or the dash. Either one's a good CC. On top of Volibear just slam dunking anyone. So it's a really strong level 1. Let's look at skins for a second. We actually have a full 10 skins here. Who do you think's got the better ones?
I'm a huge fan of the Cosmic Enchantress Lulu. I think it fits thematically very well with the champion. And when you have something like Cosmic Defender Zen's to play off that, very well done. Good synergy from the jungle and the support. Solace isn't loaded with skins, but you could ask for worse ones than Hot Anime Guy. Nurse Akali, good on you, Pistol Crab. If you got that from donating when they were doing that fundraiser, thank you for what you do. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to White Wolf. You won. You did it. I'm going to give it to non-lives. And before we start getting feedback, I swear I cut off the cursor. You shouldn't be able to see it. I don't know why you can. Scoreboard going up. We're seeing pings come across the map.
Let's see, how do I turn my scoreboard on at all times?
Hit the I button.
Scoreboard, beautiful. Give me objective timers. We're getting there. I won't look like so much of an old man after I figure it out.
No, you're doing a great job. We're so thankful for you hopping on the desk with me tonight.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try it out. It's a good way to get involved in other things in the community besides being the best jungler.
I love it. I love it. Alpha getting some.
Pretend Admiral doesn't exist. He hurts my feelings because he's good.
Well, deny. That's the easy way to solve the problem.
Exactly. It looks like they're just going to kind of play footsies here instead of invading, which is a tragedy in my opinion.
We do see the 5-point paying dividends as neither team really goes for anything. We did see the early skirmish from Alpha, so we'll call him the winner of this early game.
Oh yeah, he's taken like how much of Heretic's health? He took a whole like 100 health from him almost. That's an easy win. Game's over.
Now with this start, we do see CalHop starting in the bot side. I don't think positioning's been solidly given away yet. Sedge starting in the top, so we'll be farming towards bot. CalHop will not be mirroring that.
Yeah, and Peach and Alpha waited back to make it look like they leashed on bottom side. So I'm curious what Sedge is going to do with this. Is he just going to go... I think he's just going to do 3 camps here and probably look to gank early.
Exchanges happening across the map. Even trading seems to be happening. Now, Chaosix is in the position where he's either going to feast or famine, in my opinion. With the amount of damage potential he has and skirmishing with that W, the chain's really on him to outplay. Nico certainly has the advantage in lane, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I think that I think if he just sits there and lets her poke him out, he's going to have a bad lane. But if he can get on top of her, between having his Q, Kingslayer, and the CC from his E, I think he can kill her pretty easily pre-6, and then it gets a little dicey.
Now we do see Calhop in the top lane. Looks like he is going to be going for the... Oh, and the catch in the bot side. We see the poke coming across. Sigtal Eternal does get the shield picked up. Calhop not able to secure it. Gank in the top side. Flash was not burned by Eternal.
Eternal was just kind of able to walk out there. But if nothing else, it does give Crab somewhat prio in the lane.
Now, we are going to see Alonzi Tardis picking up some Raptors in response, so some counter-farming did happen.
Yeah, he's also got a ward right there in the entrance of Calhop's jungle, but I think Calhop's just going back topside.
Return gank coming from Calhop. We did see Akali be able to go back in. 300 health left on Eternal. He will pick up the shield from that AoE.
Yeah, they're definitely getting him low, so it's definitely giving him priority there. But I'd like to see him try and go mid, where this Nico is extremely pushed up.
Big damage in the bot side as the CC is just stacked. Dicube Libre does benefit from the heal coming out there. Poke going down onto Alpha from Burn the Heretic. Attempted gank in the mid lane, but Nico able to body double walk away.
Yeah, we had a lot happen in two different places on the map there. It looks like Libre is going to be able to do enough to just kind of chug some potions and move on with his life. But Sejuani is doing a fantastic job of taking camps from Calhop on the Xin Zhao right now.
Well, now at a 2-camp advantage, and with no real success coming from Calhop's ganks, it is an uphill fight for Xin Zhao. We see the first turret plates starting to come down as well. First in the bot lane. Alpha getting a CS lead and a turret plate is just a huge benefit to Phoenix going into this first Drake getting ready to come up.
Yeah, it's not too bad right now. It looks like we're right at a 400 gold lead for Phoenix here. But we're still 5 minutes in, no first blood, which is always a good sign.
Now, if you take a look at CS, folks, you do see on the top side, Eternal is playing weak side again. He's just trying to concede to this Akali, the lane damage. She might get ahead, but I mean, you really don't need 1,000 CS to. Oh, flash coming in from Alonzi Tardis. They try to catch out They try to catch out Chaosix, but he does flash as well. So net 2 flashes lost on the map, 1 for each team.
Yeah, I like that gank a lot. They definitely wanted to kill him there, but you take that flash away from the Sylas, which eats up a little bit of his engaged potential on the Nico. And I think Chaosix is just going to be dead in the water for a little while in his lane.
Potentially. It is interesting to point out, Alonzi Tardis, it did go Hex Flash. So sneaky gank attempts or something that's going to be on the menu for the entirety of the match.
I like it. He can come over walls and top bot lane. He can come over the wall and then use his dash into them, which guarantees the knockup, instead of having to jump over the wall. I can see the value in it.
I can. It trades a lot of tank durability, but if you kill the enemy team, hey, really, what did you need it for?
Right. The best form of CC is death, so I've been told. Alright, and they're going to secure the crab, it looks like. Now, I'm wondering if they're going to try and play for this dragon, but I think they're going to reset.
Both teams conceding the positioning there. Scuttle was taken, but vision in the pit isn't available for either team.
Yeah, it looks like blue side's got a ward right here and try, and then red side has it over here from the crab. But it looks like blue's going to be getting a ward right there in the dragon pit now. But I don't think they're in a position to take it. But
Ultimate coming out from Gregosaurus Rex after getting caught out by Chaosix. Chaosix has stolen the ult in return. able to heal off that Kingslayer. Chaosic taking Gregosaurus very low. First blood going over Pistol Crab after a roam. Huge pickup. Good CC coming out from Princess Peach. Able to land that Dark Binding, followed up by the pool to deal all the damage to Chaosics. But the Kingslayer is not going anywhere yet, and neither is the Stealth Blade. Akali able to walk up, does throw down the Shade. CC comes out. Chaosics is trapped there, and will go down because of tower aggro. TP coming out from Gregosaurus Rex. Roots the Pistol Crab. Able to walk away, though, after no attempt to follow up following from Gregosaurus Rex. Very exciting 45 seconds.
That was definitely an interesting dive. It would have been nice if Chaosix could have gotten out there, but I still think that you're okay with getting those 2 kills on Crab just to even more secure his lead in the top lane. I don't see it being that big of a loss for Chaosix to die there.
This Akali is going to be huge. Even following nerfs, if Akali's able to get on to Caitlyn and Alpha goes down, unless the Nico is got diamond hands and is holding in these team fights, all the damage from Phoenix is front loaded at that point. So there's this huge threat to the comp that Phoenix is running. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah, I think Akali, even when they change her, rework her, everything they do, she's still just always going to be one of those champions that if you give her an inch, she's taking an entire city block. Like, she just snowballs extremely hard. It looks like they're poking out really well in the bot lane. They're getting plates too, while just shoving 9 lives back even further under their own turret.
Some gold picked up by Alonzi Tardis utilizing that rift there. I mean, you take gold where you can get it, baby. I do like this continued push in the bot lane. This dominance coming out from Alpha is showing to be incredibly calm. And Alpha follows up after a heal, almost picking up a kill. Ultimate used by Alpha. The snipe was not enough. That's one of the benefits of having a Lulu on your team. Ahead or not, you've got some great shielding available to you. Now, I do think this will be another plate over to them. Idle, go ahead.
I like the way they're doing this because they have wards there and try. They have one over here by the red buff. They have plenty of vision that they'll know if someone's coming to gank them, so they can safely push up, take all these plates.
Tell me about this vision line that Phoenix has established. It follows we got 4 pink wards available in the river. Do you think this is really the map control they're looking for? Are they trying to establish an entire map dominance? What's happening?
That's what it looks like to me, because Sejuani's just kind of going where she pleases, and having vision like this just completely stops Xin Zhao from ganking anywhere, really. I think the only place that isn't lit up like a Christmas tree right now is top lane, and even then they've got a pink in the river. So I definitely think it gives them a lot of priority on the map, and it lets them avoid ganks much easier.
Huge attempt by Alan Z. Tardis goes in, able to land the initial CC, trying to build those stacks, ultimate onto DCL. We see Chaosic still the ultimate, he's holding on to it. Uses it, catches out the Morgana. Princess Peach able to walk out. Snare landed on Diet Cuba Libre. Going low, no real follow-up attempt from Phoenix, just so hard to re-engage into this comp from 9 lives. 4 people on the bot side. Drake is on the table in 2 minutes. We are going to see Chaosix head back to the mid lane. Some global gold picked up on behalf of from turret plates from this mid lane from Phoenix. But incredible fight in the bot side from 9 lives as the attempted gank from Alonzi Tardis did fail. Burn the Heretic going low. Calhop does flash in. Now just simply walking away. Attempted gank in this bot side, followed by a counter gank, and now another gank attempt. CC does land on Burn the Heretic, not able to follow up, though. Calhop getting ready to walk into this bush. We'll see the recalling Alan Z. Tardis. Gregosaurus Rex uses the Ide ultimate. Calhop very low, not dead. The kill will go over to Gregosaurus Rex. 3 autos later, folks. You could have set your clock to that. That took some time. Incredible passive by Xin Zhao. Just lets him almost walk away there.
His ultimate really bought him some time there. I kind of thought he was about to walk away.
We are potentially going to see first tower going over. Pistol Crab is in bot, uses the ultimate to go in there, follows up with that shuriken. This is a stopwatch from Princess Peach. Ultimate comes out. Ultimate still available from Akali, but not able to utilize it because of the chain CC. Alan Z Tardis is getting peppered. Chaosic steals the ultimate for Morgana, tries to go in with Kingslayer, does not work. CC from Alan Z Tardis does happen. Chaosic uses the Morgana ult, tries to catch someone out. Princess Peach lands the Dark Binding, stops the engage. Burn the Heretic Flash is trying to catch Princess Peach. So much invested trying to kill. This Phoenix support finally goes down to Chaosic, picks up the kill. So many resources, but what kind of value do you get out of killing the prince of the bot lane, Princess Peach? Incredible engage from this non-live squad. Alonzi Tardis low, does juke the Chaosics, attempt to engage there. We see the smite come across, health picked up, but the kill does not happen. Alpha gets a kill, DCL going down to a snipe from Caitlyn. Alonzi Tardis able to walk away safely as this second Drake is available on the map.
That was a very wild series of events. And the unfortunate thing is, back when Akali was on Morgana there, he threw the Q just a half a second too early to hit Morgana coming out of the stopwatch. And I think he would have killed her there and possibly survived if he hadn't done it just a little too early there.
Well, we do see the whole squad back up, and now at this Drake, trying to get the second Drake for their team. How important is this going to be for this non-live squad playing from behind?
I think Drakes are a very good way for them to stay in the game, because Drakes will take a close game and immediately shift it in your favor, especially once you reach Soul.
Chaosix does jump up, doesn't land the CC. Gregosaurus Rex does utilize the ultimate for the shielding. Pistol Crab does not go in. Huge dive potential from non-lives, but they decide to just hold back. Just take their successful gank there. Princess Peach does attempt with Dark Binding, does not land, follows up with the pool. Burn the Heretics getting all the peel in the world from this Lulu, but able to walk away. Dark Binding does land on this bot lane. Doesn't look like anything will happen. Heretic goes low, but will not die. In the top side, we do see Alan Z Tardis finally ganking in the top side to feed Sigtal Eternal. Akali just too slippery, able to use that second ultimate to dash right over the wall, back into lane to recall to safety. Gregosaurus Rex is there. They are going to threaten this Rift Herald right now.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to pin down the character with a baker's dozen dashes.
Princess Peach is very low, does land the Dark Binding in the bot lane. Calhop attempts to get the solid kill, not able to follow up. Chaosix getting recall interrupted by Gregosaurus Rex. Continue, you're exactly right.
And Alpha's really good at staying on the outside and picking them apart while Peach goes in and hits the bindings and keeps them back. That range, I think, is going to play a really big factor in this game.
Seeing in chat, Wishbone calling out, Crab is incredibly mechanically gifted. But despite those 2 kill pickups and incredible roams, only has a 2 kill and 20 CS advantage. I feel like Sigtal Eternal's still in this game. And now with no turret to fall back into, that Akali either has to continue the roam, allow someone to go topside to answer, or just concede that you could die off of any roam top. Very well done by this Phoenix squad, trying to get their first win of the night.
Now, interesting enough, he's building, and this could be the new thing, and it just hasn't come across my desk yet. He's building AD on Akali for this game with Grasp. He isn't building your standard assassin AP Akali. He's kind of building her like she's a physical bruiser.
From the conversations that I've had with the resident Akali main, Greatbeard of Odin, there is a lot of times where Akali will go Grasp in the top lane just to build up that threat and get the survivability that Grasp provides. You certainly don't deal as much burst damage, but prolonged fights, you're bread and butter.
Yeah, I like the Titanic Hydra here, especially into just 2 absolute walls of tanks like Volibear and Sejuani. It gives you some good extra damage to kind of break them down over time.
Now we do see Chaosix in this bot lane. Looks like he will be positioning, trying to pick up something. Stealth placement in that bot side bush. Peach gives away his placement by throwing a Dark Binding. Recall starts from Chaosix, caught out by a ward. He does land the engage. They try to follow up on 9 lives. We see Alan Z TARDIS get there in the bot lane. We see the first kill go across. Chaosix trying to pick one up in return. Not able to get the kill. Will be the second death. Sigtal Eternal TP's down. DCL goes down. Gregosaurus Rex tries to pick up the last fourth kill. That is a solid 4 for 0 in favor of Phoenix. Very well done from 9 lives to try and get that started after being caught out by the Vision. But just the counterplay available to this Phoenix squad is so strong.
It was very unlucky for them that Alonzi was sitting in the bush right there, just already in position for the counter gank.
And they're walking Shelly right in. Did take that first, tier 2 tower. Are going to take this inhib tower. Still pushing. Shelly's still strong. They do land the Dark Binding there. Chaosix uses the ultimate from the Nico to try and survive. Does not work. Another death coming across as CalHop gets caught out by the CC chain. And they do take the first inhib of the game, now walking back to pick up this Drake that spawns in 24 minutes. A Mountain Drake would be huge for either team, but it feels like a real necessity with the damage output that Phoenix has.
Yeah, that went exactly like I was saying a few minutes ago, where Alpha was just able to stand on the outside and just auto them from 3 screens away. Because it's going to be very hard for 9 lives to get into their backline like their comp wants to.
I don't think that they have all the potential to reach that backline, but they're never as 5 to threaten Alpha really like he needs to be threatened. Now with one completed item and probably going back to finish the second, it's going to be so hard playing from behind now. 7k gold difference. Now, Drakes, we are quite some distance from a soul, so there's still potential for 9 lives to get some huge power spikes that way. And Drake will not come online for a few more seconds, so no real threats across the map. The benefit to 9 lives is when someone takes your inhib tower and you're inhib, but you're not able to follow up and end the game, you're pretty much providing an alternate source of revenue to them. So that's a huge opportunity for someone like Burn the Heretic, who's playing a disadvantage right now behind CS and behind kills, to really scale up. And a scaled Tristan is a huge threat. What do you think is 9 lives' way back into this game?
I think it's really going to have to be a good team fight where they dive the back line, get it really low, and
huge engage attempt by Gregosaurus Rex. Does get caught out, though. Uses the stopwatch to try to survive. Flashes out. Able to get a clean kill. Kill goes over to Pistol Crab. CC lands onto Chaosix. Pool follow-up means Princess Peach picks up second kill of the game. Alpha in the wrong side of the street, homie. Alpha getting peppered by damage, trying to survive. The 6th man, the turret on 9 live squad, will pick up the kill. We see another binding landing on the Pistol Crab. The Akali just not able to really get any real momentum once these fights start. And Princess Peach don't miss. Looks like they are going to sit here, catch out Crab again. The Shroud does come down. Crab does have the passive from the Sejuani. That is popped. Follow-up from Sigtal Eternal means boom! One dead ninja. We are going to see now them start to walk towards Baron. I think they're just going to establish vision. Or could it be the 21-minute Baron? No one really there to follow up. CalHop does recall. I don't think they know that this is happening. So we'll see exactly how 9 lives respond, but I don't think anyone can get there in time. CalHop. Not in position still. Yep, no one's going to try to contest it. Idle, what happens next?
So I kind of like it in the sense of this is going to give Heretic a chance to farm supers in the bot lane, although they're going to be really tanky. Because that almost went the way that I wanted it to, or that I think it needs to for Heretic, of he cleaned up a kill after the fight, but then they got the return kill on Crab, and I think really just turtling up and trying to play defense is the only thing 9 lives can do right now. So
Playing
it'll give Heretic a chance to farm and maybe get a couple of items.
playing from playing while trying to wait for your opponent to make a mistake requires a lot of patience. Let's see if Nine Lives has that. Uh, some spam coming across in chat. I always get excited when I see first-time chat people. I'm sure Ahmad will get on that, and we'll get some bans coming across. Now, with the split that we see across the map from non-lives, Akali is recalling. We got 2 in the bot lane. There's no real, I don't think, huge split push potential coming out from Phoenix. With Sigtal Eternal being behind like he is, I don't think he can be the split push machine that they might want. All their damage is kind of on one to 2 people.
Yeah, and I think that Alpha really does need to stay with the team, because if he gets caught alone by the Akali or even the Xin Zhao, he can be in some real trouble. So I think that they just need to stay grouped.
Now with Eternal topside, he does have TP, so he can join the fight if needed. Now, my question would be, what is the next step for Phoenix? Do you play, just try and force them into fights around objective? Try to focus and utilize that lead like a targeted sword?
If I were in their shoes, I'd just push the lanes in and try to take this next dragon guaranteed. Because I think the more dragons they get, the stronger they get, and they can close out the game a lot easier. Because Tristana's not far from coming online. Silas is already mostly online, and Akali is online. So I think they want to secure these dragons to guarantee that they scale harder.
Well, this dragon is going down very quick between all the damage available on Phoenix. All 5 team members there, they are ready for a fight. The TP not used by Eternal. He does catch out Pistol Crab. No follow-up. This is just going to be a solid disengage from both teams. Clearing wards. It looks like they are trying to get something. Not able to see anything. Calhop just trying to get those chickens in peace. Pistol Crab is not a... Oh, does get caught by the ultimate from Sejuani. Slow follows up, but the rest of the team's not there to engage. Pistol Crab trying to follow up, throwing as many shuriken as possible. I'll be honest, folks, that clone from Nico kind of got me there too. I about swallowed my tongue. Now, with them pressuring this bot side, I think this is a threat, meaning that they're trying to end. Trying to utilize the strength that they have, as they aren't trying to take new towers, just trying to retake this inhib they've already taken. Baron is off of the Phoenix squad.
Yeah, I think what they're going to try and do...
Binding... sorry to interrupt. Binding does come across. Calhop not able to move. Ultimates are used by Pistol Crab trying to get a kill, but he does go down. Alpha picks up the kill. Princess Peach is in there, utilized the ult to hold the whole team hostage. Root a Dark Binding lands on DCL. DCL goes down. Pistol Crab just not able to reach into that backline, pick up a kill. With these minions coming in, I believe we are going to see the game-ending screen here. Folks, incredible game 1. I think that this was potentially anybody's match, but just... the strong comp chosen by Phoenix allowed them to end the game out dominantly. And we are seeing this inhib blow. What are your thoughts?
I think that the biggest problem from 9 Lives was the durability issue of their frontline. The frontline for Phoenix was able to just soak up so much of the damage and interrupt the dives. And there just wasn't really a whole lot 9 Lives had for it. They didn't have any front line of their own, so their carries fell very quickly.
Well, let's take a look at some stats. We'll look at some tables here in a second, but you can see Gold heavily favored Alpha, but genuinely not that huge of a difference across the map. We did see Pistol Crab, by the end of the game, did fall behind in Gold. Then looking at these graphs, you can see where the damage was. Morgana having second most damage on the team right after Alpha. Huge synergy there. You'd think teams would learn. You got to ban that Morg. It's too strong of a combo with the Caitlyn. Let's take a look at total damage dealt. Looking at that, wow, oh wow, you can see the physical damage from the Xin Zhao almost matched the Caitlyn. So I think there was still an opportunity for this non-live squad to come back. I just wonder if one or two changes in champ select might have yielded a different outcome. And then healing done. This is what I wanted to see for the. Yeah, for non-lives, it looks like they did try to build through this healing to not have to worry about the tankiness. That was my thinking with this comp, but it just doesn't look like it was there. All the damage was front loaded, and they were just able to annihilate this team before healing could even matter. Uh,
Yeah, like I said, I think with that comp, I would have liked to see the Xin Zhao switched out for a tank. Maybe someone, I don't remember exactly who was banned, but someone like a Zac or a Skarner. Something with strong engage and CC that can eat up a lot of damage.
Well, folks, we are. I'm excited to see what they change, and I'm excited for Alpha to tell me what non-lives has to do to be successful. You'll see that here in a moment. We're going to take a very quick break. Stay right with us. We'll be right back.